I want to be so many things, and honestly, I'm kind of scared I'll become nothing. Good morning, guys. It is Paul. I'm currently outside and it is raining. And actually was thinking last night of what type of video I should film today because from the past videos that me and Peter have posted, we've been doing a lot of like daily vlogs, just lifestyle videos, and I feel like this is really a good chance for me to kind of take advantage of the weather. It is gloomy today in Melbourne, and sort of film like a sit down, proper podcast talking video that you guys could just listen or watch whenever you guys have like your free time. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the title of this video, which is wanting to become so many things and being really scared that we'll all end up becoming nothing. I read this somewhere, but I can't really remember where. It said that sometimes it's not just the sun that helps a plant grow, sometimes it's the water too. And when you think about it, all the struggles, all the tears, the hard moments, there's just like that water. They help you grow, help you become who you're supposed to be. I'm trying to see life right now like that, trying to be really positive, looking things differently. Honestly, it does put me in a better head state. It feels refreshing. It makes me notice and become more appreciative of what I have accomplished and what I have done in the past few years. As yeah, I've said this in a previous video that we're really underestimating what we can do in 10 years and overestimating what we can do in a year. And I feel like seeing what we have achieved or who we have become from the person that we were 10 years ago to the person that we are right now, you can see the progress that you have done. And yeah, it's sort of like puts me in a better place of being more appreciative and also being not so hard on myself to not question everything that's going on right now of why I'm going through these type of situations where, I'm jobless. Let's face that fact. But yeah, last night, I started to think about all the things I want in life, all the stuff I want to become, and then, yeah, suddenly, fear hits me. Like, what if I don't live up to my own expectations? What if I don't actually become what I hope to be? And I thought, maybe a lot of us feel this way, but no one really talks about it. You mean like when you meet your friends, you meet your family, you're not gonna immediately open up and suddenly say like, oh yeah, I'm going through this stuff, because obviously you don't want to burden them, and also you don't want to like dump your problems in them for them to be worried about you, because you also care about their mental state. Like you don't want them to feel worried because like everyone is going through this stuff. I don't know if it's just me, but lately I feel like I want to be so many things, and yeah, it scares me sometimes. Like I have all these ideas of who I could become, what I could do, how I could live, and then I start thinking, what if I don't really know or like do any of it? Some days I wake up and feel really behind, like everyone has it all figured out and I'm just like here, just here. I scroll on Instagram, TikTok, see people posting accomplishments, routines, and I'm like, what am I even doing with my own life? What am I doing with my own time? But yeah, just seeing those videos or like those posts, those different perspectives of life from others people point of view, suddenly I feel this urge of motivation to start doing five things at once. But at the end of the day, I end up doing nothing. It is frustrating. It is really frustrating that I want to be productive, I want to create, I want to leave a mark, but sometimes my brain just says no. And I know, guys, that's all my fault. That's my fault for not being consistent, not being really passionate when I'm starting to do stuff. But yeah, people always say, you've got time. Sure, yeah, you've got time. I mean, maybe I do. Maybe we all have time. But it never really feels like it because we have this pressure in ourselves that we should have already figured out what we want in life, because when you're young and when you're in school, I've talked about this video in a video as well, that when you're young, when you're in school, there's always that stepping. You always know what that next step is, but when you reach your 20s and you graduated college, suddenly you don't know what the next step is. You don't know what the reward that you'll be getting after finishing this step that you're currently in. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. Some nights, some nights I overthink. I panic, compare myself to everyone else. I feel like I'm crawling when everyone else is already sprinting. But then I remind myself, maybe everyone's just faking it. Maybe nobody really knows what they're doing. And honestly, that's freeing. You know, we still haven't figured out who we are, and that's okay. That's totally okay. You don't need to have it all figured out right now. And yeah, honestly, that's the story of your 20s. Unfortunately, guys, it's for everyone. That's the story of our 20s. We're all learning, we are messing up, then starting over again, then trying again. And then once we achieve something, we're all gonna mess up again. We're gonna start over. And yeah, just repeating that whole process is basically what helps us figure out who we really are, what we want in life, and how we figure out life. What if I fail at everything? What if I just, end up doing nothing? But then I remind myself that small wins matter. Finishing one task, like for example, for me and Peter right now, posting one video at a time, showing up when you don't feel like it, that is already progress. Even if it's messy, even if it's slow, even if it feels like nothing's happening, you're still becoming. You're just becoming. I keep telling myself that over and over because sometimes I forget and I question everything that's going on. I become really ungrateful and really questioning of my current stance in life because as a human being you just can't help to think negatively of yourself at times, and just becoming that person for you guys and to tell you that it's okay and that's happening to everyone. It is already freeing already for me that I'm able to share these type of realizations to you guys who are watching this video, that everything's gonna be all right. We're all still figuring it all out.